Well, we did it. We're finally in December, and Virgin Voyages have had a busy couple of weeks with both Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming and going, as well as seeing the beginning of the festive season on board the Lady Ship. I'm David from VV Insider, and we're here with a Virgin Voyages Insider update to tell you all about what's been going on in the world of Virgin Voyages and changes across the fleet that you'll need to know about. So this week, we're going to take a look at Virgin Voyages' first call to Jamaica after the hurricane relief efforts. I'm also going to tell you about a brand new guide that we've launched that tells you about how to make embarkation as smooth as possible when you're sailing from Miami. I also want to tell you a little bit more about our amazing giveaway with that Virgin Group goodie bag that I told you about a couple of weeks ago. So listen up for that. We've also launched a brand new guide which tells you about how to snag the best restaurant reservations for your vacation. We also have some huge news about a very special summer season pass for 2026 with a brand new destination I'm going to tell you about. So there's quite a bit to cover, so let's jump right in. VV Insider is the #1 resource for the latest Virgin Voyages info, guides and news. From picking the perfect cabin to booking dining, or simply just making the most of your voyage and saving money while you do it, VVinsider.com has helped thousands of sailors around the world sail smarter. Support our work by hitting subscribe and stick around to hear how you can get exclusive perks by booking directly with us. So first off, it's very likely that you'll know of the devastating impact that Hurricane Melissa had on Jamaica. Well, that disrupted Virgin Voyages' initial plan to make their inaugural visit to Jamaica. But we're really glad to see that the recovery efforts have been taking shape and have meant that Virgin Voyages have now been able to access the port and give sailors their very first taste of the island. So on November 24th, Resilient Lady made her way to Ocho Rios, and not only was this a great port destination for sailors, the Virgin Voyages crew helped with hurricane relief efforts when they made their call. So this culminated in sailors joining a month-long fundraising drive on board the entire fleet of ships. Virgin Voyages also facilitated the delivery of 34 crates of aid to Jamaica as well. The Virgin Voyages staff have also been chipping in, with the Virgin Voyages headquarters in Plantation, Florida, having a supply drive, and there's even a volunteer day planned later this year as part of a collaboration between GEM and the Virgin Voyages Impact Squad. And as you can see in this Instagram photo, the Virgin Voyages crew did impact drives when the ship called into port in November. We have a full article about Virgin Voyages' first call to Jamaica and the impact that the team have had. So do head over to our article to read about what the executives have to say about this historic call. In other news, we did see the end of both the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales recently, but do not worry if you haven't managed to get your booking in. There's still an opportunity with Virgin Voyages' 2026 Wave offer. The Wave offer actually gives you up to 80% off a second sailor in a dual occupancy cabin, and also up to $400 of bar tab, which is credit that you can spend on drinks when you're on board. If you're not familiar with what the Wave season means, it's actually a cruise industry term for this portion of the year where many people are thinking about their next vacation in the upcoming year. Well, to make it even better and even easier for sailors, Virgin Voyages are combining this discount with this time period. This discount will be in effect up until the 29th of January, but it is only available on selected sailings. So make sure if you are thinking about booking on one of these voyages, take a look at that list of eligible voyages on the VV Insider article. And once you've made your choice, make sure you snag the cabin that you want. As we've reported many times on VV Insider, Virgin Voyages is becoming more and more popular by the day, and many of these sailings are selling out, especially when they have these great discounts on. What's more, in addition to the discounts, you do have this free drinks offer where you get a bar tab allowance of up to $400 per booking, depending on the cabin category and how long the voyage is. So if you want to check the details out on those specifically, again, head over to our article and we'll tell you everything you need to know about maxing out those deals. There is a huge amount of destinations and itineraries available on this deal, so these are discounts across all of the 4 ships and include all the regions that they sail in, including those transatlantic and repositioning voyages as well. If you have any questions about this offer or you'd simply just like to see whether you can combine other discounts, including Florida resident rates, for example, then do head over to vvinsider.com/book, and we can help make sure you apply the right discount to get the right price for your voyage. And while we're at it, we're going to give you some incredible perks for booking with us as your first mate, including double loyalty. You'll collect diamonds on every single one of your sailings, and you can convert those diamonds into onboard credit to spend on your future bookings. And remember, this costs no more than it would if you were to book direct. Simply head to our website, choose the voyage that you want, and we'll be connected with your sailing. Moving on to something that we've launched very recently, this is a Sailing from Miami guide. So we are well known here at vvinsider.com for breaking things down in a really easy to understand way. And sometimes we have to get really specific. And this time we're being really specific about embarking from Miami, specifically Terminal V, which is Virgin Voyages' home port in Miami. So we have information about how to get to the port using public transport. We also have information about how luggage drop-off works in Terminal V, what to look for when you get there, and some tips and tricks on making things as smooth as possible. If you're lucky enough to be sailing in a Rockstar or a Mega Rockstar suite, there's some information and guidance for you specifically as well. And also, if you're looking to book a private transfer, if you want to make your trip extra special, head over to our article and we have links to a service that we use called Welcome Pickups. And also, booking your transfer using that link helps support the work that we do on our website as well. So it's a win-win. What's more, we've actually got some information about where you can stay before you head to the terminal. So if you're spending a few days in Miami before you head out on your voyage, have a look at our list of recommended hotels. And then finally, we talk about what happens when the voyage unfortunately comes to an end and you need to disembark. Where do you put your luggage? What do you do on the day of the disembarkation? We'll tell you everything you need to know. Head over to our article for more information. Now for something I promised in our last Virgin Voyages Insider update, and that is this. This is the Virgin Group swag bag that I was promising you all about last time we spoke. This is a gift that we received from a host of Virgin companies that we had the pleasure of meeting a couple of weeks ago at a Virgin event. So this includes a whole host of items from different Virgin brands, including Virgin Limited Edition, Virgin Hotels, Virgin Voyages, of course, and Virgin Atlantic. It doesn't cost a penny to enter this giveaway. You simply just need to head over to our article on vvinsider.com and it tells you exactly what you need to do. You may have done all of these things already anyway, like following us on Facebook, subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can do that right now and get that out of the way. And this contest is running all the way up until the end of the year, so you've got plenty time to enter. But if you want to get it out of the way and you want to be in it to win it, head over to that article now and sign up. We'll be selecting the winner on the first week of the new year, and we'll be announcing that here on our YouTube channel and across our socials. So a few highlighted items that I really like. You've got a Virgin Voyages insulated steel water bottle. There's a Virgin Limited Edition Yeti travel mug. There's also a Virgin Limited Edition candle, which smells incredible, as well as 2 tote bags. One is the Virgin Voyages red one I just showed you, and there's a really nice black Virgin Limited Edition one as well. So make sure you enter that. I can't wait to see who the lucky winner will be. And moving on to a guide that we put together just a week ago, but has received some incredible feedback. And that is our video guide on booking, dining, and restaurants on Virgin Voyages. We go through the whole process, including highlighting what your booking window will be, how to add people into your booking, and also some tips and tricks on how to secure your perfect dining schedule. We even show you how to book brunch, which is something that many people have struggled with, including myself. So head over to that video if you want to see more. And then a really cool announcement about the new summer season pass next year, which includes a brand new destination for the season pass on Virgin Voyages, and that is a season pass in Alaska. If you're not familiar with how the summer season pass works, is that you pay a fixed price and you can stay on board the ship for an entire month. This is particularly attractive if you're able to work from sea. And that is part of the perks of booking this, because you get work from sea upgraded Wi-Fi included, as well as a host of other perks as well. So what you'll get is a central sea terrace for 2 people. You'll get a daily drinks credit of $15 per person. They'll even give you a complimentary shore thing, which is a port excursion. And in Alaska, that's going to be really fantastic. up to the value of $250. There's a dedicated glacier discovery excursion just for the summer season pass holders. You'll even get laundry and thermal spa access included as part of the summer season pass too. And of course, to kick things off in style, you'll get priority boarding with the other VIPs as well. The pricing depends on when you're going to depart, but it starts from $26,000. And for that price, you get tips and gratuities included. And this will count as a Voyage Fare Choices premium fare. If you want to read more about what the Voyage Fare Choices mean on Virgin Voyages, head over to vvinsider.com and we'll explain everything there is to know about it. And if you're thinking about booking your summer season pass, head over to our site and send through a booking inquiry and we can let you know everything there is to know about getting your season pass booked. Somebody who knows all about how useful vvinsider.com is when you're planning your next voyage is also somebody who's very clued up in the summer season pass as well, and that is friend of the site, Claire Gilligan-Morrell, who actually wrote an entire book on the subject. So this is Office to Ocean, which is a guide to the summer season pass on board Virgin Voyages. Thank you so much, Claire, for sending us this fantastic gift. Although I will say you did forget to sign it, so I will be bringing it next time I know you're on board. If you're interested in Claire's book, I'm going to put the link in the description below, so make sure you check that out. So a little word from me as we head towards the festive season, and our American friends have just had Thanksgiving too. I just want to give some thanks to you, our incredible viewers, and especially those that choose to book your next Virgin voyage with us. It really gives us the resources to be able to bring this content to you. And it makes it all worthwhile knowing that you are all heading off on your fantastic adventures and your fantastic voyages. VV Insider is really nothing without our sailor community. Without people like Claire, for example, telling us what these experiences are like from a sailor's point of view. We can't be on board all the time. We live in Newcastle in England. It's nowhere near a port where Virgin Voyages goes from. So we always like to hear what the real experience is like on board these ships. So do feel free to get involved. If there's anything on the website or anything that I'm saying on YouTube that you think could be even more helpful, then do get in touch. We love to see people's comments and we love to get things right and we love to be accurate too. So if there is anything that you see that could do with any improvement, do let us know. With that being said, of course, if you'd like to support the work that we do here, the best way to do that is to trust us with your next Virgin Voyages booking. Head over to vvinsider.com/book. And you can either book directly using the links on that page, or you can send us an inquiry and we'll be in touch to plan your perfect voyage. I'll be back next week with a new Virgin Voyages Sailing Smarter guide, and the week after with a new update as we head into the holiday season. So make sure you stay subscribed for more. Well, until next time, happy sailing.